Morning, everybody. It's Stephen here for Bland Designs, coming you direct from London. Yes, I'm still in London, and this is vlog number 40 for October the 16th. When you're away on a trip, you seem to lose track of what the actual dates are. So this vlog is going to be a little bit shorter. I don't have a lot to tell you right now because I'm waiting until we have another Stephen and Walter live, which we did do a few days ago, and it's up. And it looks like a lot of people have already seen that. We will do another one come this Friday. And then we'll talk a little bit more about our trip to London. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about London on this one. I just want to show you a few things. I do have a, website or YouTube channel to review for you as well. And I've also got a What's Pissing Me Off, although not much is pissing me off at this point in the trip, which is great. Okay, so first thing I want to do is show you some of the things that I bought. Now, I went to a store in London. It's called Blade Rubber Stamps, and a lot of you have been asking me whether or not I was going to get there. I did, and it was fantastic. It's not a very big store. It's a little store, but they had a great selection of products and tons of rubber stamps. Now, I didn't buy a lot of rubber stamps, but I bought a few other things, and I didn't go hog wild, although I did spend 120 pounds, which is about $200 Canadian. And I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a sniffle here. And so when I was there, I picked up this. Now, this we can get in North America, of course, is by Stampington and Company, and I buy their magazines all the time, and I've talked about them as well. But this art journaling one, the latest one, has been elusive to me in Canada. So I saw it there in the store, and I picked it up. Now, mind you, with the exchange rate, I'm paying a lot more for this because this was, let me just see, £14.99. So 15 pounds. If I bought it in our own country, it would have been about $16.99. Okay, if you do the exchange on this, I paid more for it than I would have paid in our own country. But I saw it. There it is. I haven't been able to find it in Chapters in my area, so I got it. Something to read on the plane home. And other things that I got at Blade Rubber Stamps. Okay. Ephemera packs. You know I'm always looking for ephemera packs. Well, I found several here. These are called replicas. So I picked, these ones are up. They come with, it says on the back, I'll show you the back. Shows you the stuff you get in it. It's not a lot of stuff, but it's not bad. You get a poster, you get some little cards, you get some tickets and stuff. This is the theme of World War I. I picked up another one that's a theme of motoring, it's called. So you can see what's involved with it on the back. And I think that's the only two I picked up there. Yeah. I did get, though, some Tim Holtz ephemera packs. Again, these are something we can get in our own in North America. But again, I have to order these. My local scrapbooking store doesn't carry them in stock. And it seems lately with ordering through the distributor that the store goes through, they were always putting this stuff on back order. So I picked up the one called Thrift Shop. And I also picked up one called Collector. So I've got quite a bit of ephemera, which will be great. And I also picked up some, let's see here. I picked up some tissue as well. I think this is by Seven Gypsies. The top came off, it's in my bag. But I thought that would be kind of nice. I haven't seen this one before. I also picked up some rubber stamps, and it is a rubber stamp store. Now, prices on rubber stamps are not great. Especially any that this store, I was talking to the guy who runs the store. He was saying he's having a real problem with the whole, the way the British dollar has been going, the British pound has been going because of Brexit and things like that. Things tend to be a little bit more expensive when he gets them from the States. So, oops, almost spilled my coffee. But I hadn't seen these ones before, and my philosophy If you want it and you don't buy it right then, you'll probably never get it again. So this one I found, it was called Vintage. And again, I'm thinking art journaling pages here for this kind of thing. And the other one was, this one's called, I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, Lynn Perella Collection. But some really neat images on this one as well. I also picked up a couple of unmounted rubber stamps just because I thought they were kind of cool. This one, oops, get it in the shot. That was really neat. And this one. And they remind me too of Tim Holtz, Mike Deacon kind of style of stamps. I also picked up a wooden stamp, and the only reason I picked up this wooden stamp, and I probably won't use it that much, but you know me and Shakespeare. I had to get a Shakespeare rubber stamp. It's a block mounted one. Not particularly cheap. 14. Oh, sorry. It was cheap. I thought I was paying $14.99 for it. Actually, that's the pound sign. I only paid $4.99 for it, pounds. So that's not too bad. I almost put it back on the shelf, but I didn't. And I got some stencils too. Actually, these are masks. They're Creative Expressions. This one's called That Special Touch. Mica Masks Butterflies. I don't know if you can see that this well. I'll hold it up. It's a little awkward the way I'm doing this video this morning, okay? Mainly because I'm in my hotel room. This one, keys. And this one, just because we were there, London and Paris. I thought I could make some neat backgrounds for that for some of the pictures that I've taken on this particular trip. So that's what I bought at Blade Runner rubber stamps. Blade rubber stamps. I keep wanting to call it Blade Runner, maybe because I just saw the movie before we left for England. Excuse me, I need some coffee. Neat coffee machine in our room is an espresso. And I'm sorry if I'm looking away from you and not making eye contact because everything is upside down in the way I have this whole setup. And I'm looking over where usually the camera is. The camera's actually on the far side, not on this side this time. So try to remember that. In fact, when we were in London 3 years ago and we stayed in the same hotel, they had an espresso machine. And we really liked it. So we bought one. In fact, we have two now. We have one that does the smaller cups. We have one that does the larger cups. So that's just a little aside. So I think in here I'm going to insert a clip I've already made for Craft or Create and Craft TV, which is a YouTube channel as well as an actual channel here in London. This week's YouTube channel is called Create and Craft. Create and Craft is actually a TV channel that they show here in London, and it's all about crafting products. I've been watching it on a fairly regular basis. It seems to come on for quite a few hours during the day, and it's like a home shopping club. But they do have a channel on YouTube as well that you can tune into. Now, they used to have an American version of this as well on YouTube, and they may still have, I'm not sure. But if you want to find out what the newest products are, and even better, how to use them, check out Create and Craft TV on YouTube. Okay, so although it's one of those type of channels that is selling you stuff like Home Shopping Club, that kind of thing, they give a lot of tutorials on how to use various products that you may already own or ones you're thinking of getting. So it's worth checking out. And it was also kind of neat that that's on YouTube, and I've seen it before on YouTube, and then I was watching it here in our hotel room in London. I did pick up a couple of other things, but at museums. We were at the, oh shoot, now, what museum was this? Can't remember. It was one of the museums. Anyways, it was another one of those packs of ephemera, just like you saw at the ones I got from Blade rubber stamps. This one, however, is on suffragettes, on votes for women at the turn of the last century. So I thought that was kind of interesting as well. And I picked up some buttons that go with it, votes for women. So I might do a whole little thing with that. I could probably couple it with things like this, oops, sorry, out of the shot, like this, or even with this one. I think that might look really cool with this one. We'll see. And the other thing I picked up at now this museum I do remember, it was the Museum of Design Museum, which is kind of cool. Again, this is something you can probably buy online somewhere, but it's the Pantone paint swatches. There's 35 different swatches. And the reason I picked it up, it was not expensive. It was £10.99, £11. But the reason I picked it up is because I have a tendency to use the same old colors in most things that I do. And I want to find some different combinations. So, and I'm not really good with the color wheel, so I thought this might be helpful. So you can see there's quite a few little swatches in there. And as I said, it didn't cost a lot of money, so I picked that up. Okay, so that's my haul so far. We are going today to a place called Camden Market. We tried to go there on Saturday, and it was just packed. It's a huge tourist area, and the locals go there too, I think, on weekends. So we're hoping today when we go on a Monday, it will be less busy. And there's probably some neat little things there I might pick up as well, and I'll show those to you in either on our live one on Friday night or next Monday's vlog. So what's pissing me off? I'm going to insert that little clip that I did earlier right here. So what's pissing me off this week? Well, nothing. I'm on holidays. Nothing should be pissing me off. But there is one thing, and it's minor. Yesterday, or the other day, we were down in the Greenwich Village area, and we're taking the subway, and we took the subway everywhere we want to go in London. And down there you had to switch over to the DLR, which is an above ground light rail system. No problem, except trying to find how to get onto it and how to get off it and get back to the subway. The signage is all over the place. You couldn't find any rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. And also, you have these cards that you use. They're called Oyster cards, and basically you preload them with a certain amount of money, and every time you get on to the public transportation system, you scan it, and every time you get off, you scan it. And if you don't scan it when you get off, you will be charged the full amount, maximum amount, as if you went from one end to the other end of the subway system. So we get off to get onto this DLR, or actually when we got off the DLR, and there's guys standing at the top of the stairs where we got off from this, and they are scanning our card. Now, I just assumed that meant, oh, we didn't have to do it through a machine. They were doing it automatically. But then, luckily, a very nice lady turned around and said, and I see there's a glare on my glasses here, so sorry about that, turned around and said, make sure that you tap it on the scanning machine, or they'll charge you for the full trip, from one end to the other end of the system. And she said they should have told you that. Well, they had told Walter that, but I was behind Walter. I didn't hear it. The guy that did my card didn't tell me. And so we get out onto the street. Luckily, we went back, and there was one of the people that works with the transportation system was standing there, and he pointed us in the direction of where there was a machine that we could tap it. Otherwise, we would have been screwed. Really, the subway system in London is wonderful. It's, but when you got the DLR, I don't know why they didn't apply the same kind of signage and the same technique, like putting gates. There's gates everywhere you go through that automatically open when you scan your card, and they automatically open when you scan it to get off. They don't have that on the DLR, and I don't understand why they didn't keep the same system. Sure, if you're a native here in London, you would probably know that, but when you're an outsider, you don't. So that's the only thing that was really pissing me off this week about anything. Everything else, the trip's been great. So just keep in mind, if you go to London and you buy one of those passes, that you have to tap it to go on, and you have to make absolutely sure you tap it when you get off. So really, if that's all I have to complain about being in London, then there's nothing to complain about. It's been a great trip so far. We've really enjoyed it. We've walked a lot, but we've eaten a lot too. So Walter thinks he's lost some weight on this trip. I don't think I have. I think I've put weight on. I've been having a little trouble with one of my new shoes. never take new shoes with you on a trip. I've been bugging my toes in one of them. Of course, that's what I get for buying cheap shoes at Walmart too, and not breaking them in. So today I'm giving up on those shoes. I've been using them since we got here, but Walter had an extra pair with him and we're about the same size. So I'm wearing his shoes because I'm getting tired of limping. And as I said, we're doing a lot of walking. So anyways, so far the trip's been really great. I'm going to be sad to leave. We've only got 2 more full days, counting today and Tuesday, and we fly back home on Wednesday in the middle of the afternoon time here. And I have a feeling that Thursday is going to be pretty much a write-off day because we're going to be tired. And as it is, we haven't been getting up that early and getting started. We're not getting started on the day until after 10 o'clock or 10:30. I'm not getting out of bed until about 9, which is not like me, not at home. But here, different. You're on holiday. You're on vacation. So anyways, I'm going to get out our brekkie and make some more coffee. And then we're going to start the day. And I hope you have a good week and hope to see you on Friday night so we can recap what we've been doing and talk about other issues as well. It's on Stephen and Walter Live. And have a good week. Bye-bye for now.